In this video, I'm going to explain some important nuances about point number 4 from my 10-point guideline for assertiveness in Asian business. Point number 4 was, only one ground rule is needed for all assertive training. Everyone chooses their own timing to speak. Once people hear this ground rule, it makes perfect sense. Of course, people should choose their own timing to contribute during a meeting or discussion. But you might be surprised how hard it is for members to actually follow this ground rule in training and in live meetings and discussions. Here are 2 important details for implementing this key ground rule. Number 1, stay focused on long-term growth, not short-term success. Often, 1 to 2 members will simply not speak up on their own, no matter how long you wait. When this happens, everyone becomes quite uncomfortable. It feels wrong to leave people out. So the other members may say things like, well, we all think X, right? While making direct eye contact with that passive individual. This is a subtle hint to that passive individual that now it's okay to speak. While the intention is kind, what often happens is that these passive members start waiting for these subtle cues instead of choosing their own timing to speak up. Here's one tip to keep everyone focused on growth. Remind everyone at the start of each session or meeting that each person has to choose on their own when to contribute. Only remind them once and only at the start of each session or meeting. Also, point out that helping someone speak is short-term success. Allowing people to choose their own timing to speak will generate more long-term success. And finally, number 2. You can also expand this ground rule. Don't try to control other people's feelings. Here's a common training scenario. One person says, I don't think I performed so well during that last project. Sensing a negative emotion, the other members may try to help or fix that emotion by saying something like, No, you did a great job. Although the atmosphere may become more positive again, that member who was concerned about the performance has now lost an important opportunity for growth. Worse, they may become dependent on other people to tell them whether they're doing a good job or not, instead of being able to judge that on their own. It's much better for business as a whole when the members can recognize on their own when they need to improve. Also, it's quite motivating when you can face your fears head on and grow. Here's a better approach. Instead of trying to fix the other person's negative feelings, just ask them to explain what they mean. For example, in that last project, you said you didn't think you performed very well. Can you tell us what you mean by that? Then, give the person some space to try to improve on their own first. Insisting that everyone choose their own timing to speak is a truly transformative ground rule. But you sometimes have to remind everyone to actually follow it, including yourself. The amazing thing about this ground rule is that it allows people to feel more in control of their thoughts, emotions, and behavior. Feeling in control of one's life is the foundation for assertiveness. If you have any questions about this video, assertiveness in Asian business, or assertiveness in general, please put your question in the comments. I'd be happy to get back to you.